Hey guys, I am back for the 5th installment of our front end um, lessons with Mapbox. So last video we ended up creating an HTML element that got updated with latitude and longitude and the X and Y coordinates returned from Mapbox when using a mouse move event. Okay, this video we're still not talking to Flask, we're still not hitting the back end to get data. I'm still kind of, I don't know, preparing everything from a, for lack of a better term. This time what I want to do is I want to capture a click event so I can take the ship here, and when I click, the ship's just going to move to where we click. And is this important? I don't know, but there's some syntax issues that are going on. Mainly when we, on the load method, when our map loads, we have map add source. The name of it is going to be point. Its type is GeoJSON. Sound familiar? And then this data element, which will come in handy in a minute because there's a function that talks to this, is literally a GeoJSON object or a feature collection. So this is a simple geometry. It's really just a point. This could be an array of points. But for what we're doing now, we just need a position. So to capture a mouse click, you just say map dot on click, and when you click the map, we pass in a function with the event, and whatever we put inside this event will happen when we click the map. Hold on, make sure my syntax is right. No, that's not. And yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So if I say console.log, remember console, the developer console is your friend when you're trying to debug your front end stuff. Wow, browser's going crazy. So let's pull this out. Semicolon, optional. All right, so we're in front end 5. Let me move the window down. So now when I click, you'll see we've got a latitude and longitude of where we clicked. Okay, so now what we want to do is take this click event and update this source that we added to the map, and we need to update these coordinates so that this layer that we added moves the ship to a different location. So this, if I click here, I want the ship to go there. How important is this in the grand scheme of things? A little bit. So what do we need to do? Well, I mean, we logged out the point. So how do I access this data? I guess that's the question. So there is this method that Mapbox gives us called setData. So if we said map.getSource, okay, what source? Well, we created a source. We added a source called point. Okay, so what source are we getting? Oh, point. Okay. Set data. Well, what's it going to set? Well, set data is a method that looks for a keyword data, and it takes this whole object and kind of resets it. So I can either, in my click method, replace all that data, or I can write a function to help me out. I think we'll do that. So outside of my Mapbox function, I have this function that I just now wrote super fast in the speed of lightning. called myGeoJSON, and all it does is accepts two parameters, a longitude and latitude, and returns an object that has all of the features that this has. Basically, I cut and paste this and returned it, but I stuck in two parameters so that when I call it, when I hit the click method, we'll generate, or we'll call this myGeoJSON, that'll return this, and we'll replace that data element here with my new data element, or my feature collection, my properly formatted GeoJSON object. Okay, so set data, well, what is it going to be set at? Well, e.longlat, let's look at what it looks like on the console. What does it look like? So it's, the longlat has lat and a long, so we can reach in and grab each of those. So if I take this function signature and literally just place it right in here, but it's not just long, it's e dot long lat dot, and the same thing here. So what this says is map.getSource point. Okay, we get it. Which one? Well, the source we added that we labeled point. And then we're going to say set data. Well, what? Set what? Data. There's an element there called data. What are you going to set it to be? Well, this function call. And optional semicolon. Save that. So if I click over here, boom. Click here, boom. Click here, boom. Is that exciting? Or maybe a little bit. All right, that is lesson 5, and I think that's my last one for the night. It's almost 3 a.m. and I'm gonna watch some of The Good Place on Netflix. If you haven't been watching it, it's funny. You should watch it. All right, see you all in a minute.